day 78, and look at our awesome shelter we had last night. Really cool, made out of stones and some sort of cement.
Got a little bunk in there, you can see. Upper deck, lower deck. We took the lower deck just because up there it's a little, you know, more double exposed. The wind can kind of creep all the way through. Here, not as much. But yeah, I mean, I was sleeping in my sleeping bag right down here. And I think we went to sleep maybe around like 9 or so. And it was just, I was getting so hot in my sleeping bag. I was sweating. I was taking off layers and stuff and then try to unzip and pop out. And all of a sudden, within seconds, skeeters all over the place. I was like, no! It was like 11:30 when I looked at the clock and I'm like, all right, I gotta do something. So I woke her up and I'm like, babe, you gotta slide over. I'm setting the tent up in here. Literally 11:30 at night after a few hours of sleep. I set up the whole tent in there. Wish I got a little video of it before we took it down. But it was like perfect setup. Goes just enough up to that upper deck right there. And then we just really quickly, it was probably like 5-8 minutes, set up, back in. Zonkin, no more skeeters. It was great. Didn't have to put the tarp on it or anything.
Just look at the beautiful fire we had yesterday.
Fire, that didn't happen.
In our imaginations.
I tried, but things were just too wet. Everything's a little wet. All these sticks and all the leaves and all the kindling I was trying to put on. Okay, we'll try a different night. That was the first night trying to make a fire. Check it out. We got an owl. He's looking right at me right now. So cool. I just saw him fly. See his face right there in the middle of the screen? I can't zoom in anymore. You can see him right in the middle of the screen right now. He's so camouflaged to the tree. I want to see if he moves his head. You guys can see he just turned his head. He's sideways now. I'm really hoping he'll take some flight so you guys can see how big he really is. So big when they spread their wings. Like from here in person, it's so big on that branch. It's so hard to tell perspective. Oh, look, he just looked at us. That was cool. And he blinked. Much better view right here through the trees. Very rare to see owls in the daytime. They're usually nighttime creatures. I'm getting all the views of this guy. Wow, look at that. Head backwards right now. So cool. Oh, I think he's gonna go. Wow.
If you can see, we have so many leaves falling around us. We can't deny anymore that fall is here. We can also see a little hints of yellow on top of the tree canopy now.
We were literally just talking yesterday about how the trees weren't really changing colors as much as the ground leaves were. Now we're looking up today and seeing the tops of these trees all kind of yellowish and orange. That's really crazy. Between one day, might be just we're walking farther this way and they're changing.
It's cool because we're gonna see really colorful views now as we hit the mountaintops. Crossing this little stream here called Bodunk Stream. I was able to cross dry via those rocks, and Mike has made it too. Woo! So earlier today, we met a guy named Dunes who is section hiking. He's completed about 1,400 miles from his journey. And what did he tell us?
Well, he was such a nice dude. We talked to him for a little bit, and then he was like, you know what? I left some trail magic for you guys, just a little bit down near the road. Have it all. I haven't seen any hikers around, so I think we found it. Dunes. Aww.
That's so nice.
With the Gatorade too. We were just talking about a Gatorade too. We're like, you know, that could get us fueled up for the day. So, Dunes, if you watch this, thank you. Straight from gorgeous nature and owls to Interstate 89. I feel like we just got out of the town and into the woods and we're right back out again. I think it's gonna be a little more of this now than it was in Maine and New Hampshire. Gonna be hitting these towns pretty often. But yeah, looks like we're gonna be hiking along some roads here under the interstate, going under that tunnel. You can see some white blazes under there. Might be hiking through a little town again.
heard a really loud train as we were coming towards town. And now we know where the tracks were. Right here. Right in the middle of this little tiny town. We love noticing awesome, cool trees, and this is the one that caught our attention just now.
Amazing. I can't tell if it's a weeping willow. I think it is. I've just never heard of them getting that big. It's enormous.
It's absolutely huge. Look at this. Towering over the other trees. Still walking through this beautiful town, and now we're walking right along this cool looking river. It has a tint of green and it's really clear. Absolutely gorgeous.
It's wide. I hope there's a bridge for us.
Walking down the road once more, and look at this really cool sign in front of this place right here. Not too sure if it has anything to do for AT hiker services, but very, very cool.
Here it is, the crossing of the White River, as designated by the dots right there. And what an amazing experience we just had. We were just about to cross this bridge and a nice gentleman was yelling, "Hey, come here!" And he called us over. He said, "You want some drinks, some sodas?" He invited us up onto his deck. We had some sodas. We talked to him and his wife. And it's so cool. They have a little place right at the corner where they just invite hikers in. They've had people stay there. They have a logbook. Saw a lot of our friends that had stopped there. And just had awesome conversations with them for maybe like an hour.
Yeah, they were so friendly.
Oh man.
Very informative. They've seen so many animals around here. They've seen snow owls.
We're just, yeah, having a great time. So now we're...
to meet awesome people out here.
It is. It has been so friendly everywhere we've been so far.
Look at this beautiful field that has opened up again from the forest. A whole bunch of cool wildflowers to look at, and I'm about 0.1 from a viewpoint. Honestly, Vermont is taking the lead on wildflowers that we've seen so far. So many cool little things to look at, and just a different vibe. Look at the clouds. There's a lot of bugs here, but they're not biting me, so I don't mind them. Walking through the field, and we have arrived to the view. Nice rolling hills in the background with the puffy clouds. Nice breeze keeping me nice and cool. I was hoping I could sit down and eat some lunch here, but I'm gonna keep going a little further.
Just a little further, and wazam! We found the actual point to sit, relax, and enjoy. Welcome to Vermont. Look at this. Nice little lookout over the mountains out there under an apple tree. We noticed all these little apples on the ground. You can see little apples all over here. There's actually a couple still up on there. If I zoom in right here, you can see. Whoop, there's one. But yeah, I'm sure this thing was full of apples at one point. Getting into the fall now. They probably planted it right here for us to just sit, have some apples. We got firewood underneath here, a little fire pit. What a cool little spot. Amazing. It even looks like there could be some tent spots back there in the woods.
After we finished our lunch, we started trekking, and guess what we have found? Another cluster of animals.
It's the blue beetles from our trivia time before. They're all over. There's some under this leaf too right
There's
here.
two of them right there.
Whoa. A whole bunch in here.
It's crazy how many beetles there are here.
Yeah.
They have big antennas. Those are
They definitely
wrestling
resemble
hard.
ants. The front ends of them. Definitely. Very ant-like.
Very cool. Guys, take a look at this. He is one colorful dude.
That is a huge centipede. I'll put size reference right here. Look at my finger.
Wow.
Huge. I mean, it's the size of my pinky. Look. My pinky finger.
He's going by fast too.
So many legs. Look at those legs. I'm gonna put them down now. Off to your adventures, buddy.
He was hugging a leaf that was like this color.
Yeah, he's right there.
the same color.
Been ascending this hill for a little bit now, and for the past quarter mile or so, we've been seeing this tubing that's strung all along the trees out here. And it's in the most random order, just kind of woven all between. You can see if I zoom in, it's just all over through the woods. And it's kind of like a tube, like almost a clear plastic tubing material. Can't tell what it is, but it's all over. Anybody know and can give us an idea in the comments what you think this is for? It's just like random through the woods. You can see it just going to this tree and stopping right there. No idea. We've seen it a few times actually through our trek.
We are at another open field here, and it's been really, really thick. You can see, you can't really tell where the path is. And this is towards the end of it now.
This is the AT. Look at these things.
Yeah, these are actually really interesting. I have no idea what they are, but they look cool.
Here's how you know it's the AT. The only way, right here. Wow, look at this cocoon up here. See that cocoon up there on that?
Oh.
Huge.
Wow, look at these beautiful flowers.
Yeah. Really cool flowers. Look at that thing. Wow.
Yep, a huge cocoon right on the side. This is getting pretty common here in Vermont, just seeing this barbed wire alongside of the trail. We've seen a few of these now.
This is literally the trail that we're on right now. And
Yeah.
if you just in the night can't see and take a one wrong turn, that is straight up
Bam.
sharp barbed wire there. I mean,
Yep.
it's crazy.
All over the floor too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
you're gonna
just
get tripped up on it.
definitely want to be careful here.
Multiple that we have seen. Straight out into another awesome open field. This one, much more open. Look at this. Gorgeous walking into the sun like this. Not as overgrown as the last one. Wow, it's looking like we're gonna be walking through quite a lot of this field. Straight up the middle of it. You can hear the crickets chirping.
We have been having views on views, like these little stretches here of open areas. These purple bushes here, they're really intriguing. They're like light and dainty. We have little butterflies sometimes. We saw sunflowers just before. Really unique for what we've seen so far.
What are we having tonight?
We're having some ramen with peppers, mushrooms, celery,
My goodness.
onions,
It was delicious.
hot sauce, pepperoni, cheese.
Every time she's got me, every night.
Gravy.
I'm just popping open a Nor meal and throwing it in there and wolfing it down.
You gotta add your spices.
Check it out. Didn't get to show you guys yesterday how we set up our tent in the shelter. Look at that. Incredible. Fits in there so nice. This time we don't have to worry about the mosquitoes at night. But yeah, you know, not really too many other hikers out here now that it's gonna disrupt anybody. If anybody does come, there is space in there, or I'd be totally willing to take it down too. But we haven't seen anybody in the last bunch of shelters. We are going to enjoy our meals, settle down, and as always, wish you guys a great night. Goodbye.